Hey guys, welcome and ting and ting and ting. And I'm gonna look at this one. I don't think there's any narration in this one. This one was sent to me to my Instagram messaging by Nicola. I think was the name on there, and it's Belgrade in 4K, and this is a part one, the drone view. So we're gonna get an overlook of Belgrade here. I'm kind of excited to see it, to see what it looks like, you know what I mean? So let's go ahead and YouTubers similar and check this vibe out. Huh, what is that light there? Wow. That's a lot of lights there. And here comes the Christmassy vibe. Oh. See, the cool thing about watching this without any talking or anything, just seeing it visually, is that you could actually like sit here and not worry about listening to somebody. You could sit here and daydream about being in those places there, without having to comprehend any kind of a speaking and thing. What I'm getting so far from this is I'm thinking, like, you hear stories about places like that, and people concentrate on the wars and all of that happened there. But we don't seem to concentrate on what is there now. I had a comment on there. Somebody said that they were Serbian and the country's in bad state, and people only pay attention to people who have money. And I'm thinking, that's the way it is all over the world. Where I live here, shoot, I work at a grocery store, right? And like a rich person would come in the grocery store, and all the poor grocery workers would clamor to them. They'd be all there. You understand what I'm saying? I'll give you another example. I played college basketball. When I was playing college basketball, everybody was there. Oh, yeah, he's going to go to the NBA. He's going to be rich. I had strange women come up to me and said, don't forget me when you go to the NBA. And I'm like, forget you? Who are you? You know what I'm saying? The minute I say, no, I don't want to go to the NBA and I don't want to play in the NBA, boom, interest is lost. It happens today. I'm at work. You play basketball, the NBA, blah, blah, blah. And I said, no. And I did play college basketball, but I usually say I don't, because I really don't want to stand there and talk sports with nobody. But the minute I said that, no, but I did get an education, I did graduate from the college, paid for it myself and thing, they lose interest right away. Now, if I was associated with the school still and, yeah, he's popular, blah, blah, they would be all on me. So saying that, it's like that all over the world. It's like that all over the world. All over the world, people are struggling to make ends meet. I'm from the third world. I know that. The third world. So, but there's good people there. And we shouldn't let people's history define them, especially if it's a couple of generations removed from. Because, each generation think differently, each generation have different thoughts, even though there might be some nationalistic stuff going on there with some people, but, things change. What works for my mom wouldn't work for my generation. That's why we had a revolution. What works for my generation is not going to work for my kids' generation. And I'm taking it from the island perspective. Living on the island wouldn't, and vice, and so on and so on. So I think we have a tendency to concentrate on the evil that came before people. If there is evil, we concentrate on that, and don't concentrate on the people that are there now, all over the world, not just Serbia, not just Romania, Africa, the Caribbean. It's okay. Let me put it to you this way: just because Grenada and the Caribbean and certain parts of America were slaves colony doesn't mean that we all have slave mentality on there, right? Things change. Same thing. People who were caught up in situations where they had to do crazy stuff or did crazy stuff, because we all know human beings are pretty much followers. They follow the crowd. If something is going down, whether it be good or bad, depending on the situation they're in, they're going to follow whichever one they think is going to be best for them. It's not right. Sometimes it's have a drastic outcomes of it, but that's just the way life is. The thing what we have to do is to try to intervene before it gets to that point. Intervene before it gets to that point. But everybody, not everybody, but so little of the people with so much of the control wanted to go their way that they'll sacrifice everybody else just to get their way. And then that's just the way things are. That's not the way it should be. And that's the way we should try to change them. Change the idea that these people are evil and these people are bad, you know what I mean? Germans are evil because of the Second World War. Serbians are evil because of what happened in 91 and all that craziness there. Romanians are all communists just because they were communism in their country, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'll give you an example. When I came to this country, like I said before, we got invaded. We had a revolution and stuff like that. And one of the questions I got asked when I came here was, do we still eat people in my country? This was 1986. This wasn't like 1920 something or 1800. This was 1986. Where did they get that idea from? Is what they told them, that we're uncivilized and stuff where we are. They didn't even have to tell them we eat people. They just say we're uncivilized and they're going to go straight for the worst case scenario of who we are. Boom. It's what they were told. They had to go tame them. So we could sit here and just judge each other and say all and believe all the bad stuff we hear about each other, or we could use places like YouTube to get to know each other and realize that we all just simply human trying to survive under whatever political system, whatever cultural structure that we have, or traditions and all of that sometimes hamper our growth. We got to learn that. We got to understand that. We don't have to agree with it, but understanding it could cause dialogue, and dialogue could cause common understanding, common view of the world as human beings, not as individual countries or stuff. You're going to still keep your culture, but the human should come before anything else. Let's get back to this here. We got some crucial buildings, boy. I see this kid playing with this dog there, and I wonder if I go up to this dog and speak English, would the dog understand? I know that's a really strange thing to get out of seeing this dog there, but the reason why I thought about that is I used to live in Tennessee, which is another state a little ways down the road way there, you know what I mean? And I was working at this gas station, and there was this really beautiful wolf-looking like dog running around outside, right? And we keep trying to get the dog to come to us, the dog to come to us, and it wouldn't. And then a truck with some Hispanic people stopped, and they rattled off some Spanish to the dog, and the dog went running towards them. The dog didn't understand English. That's kind of silly. A little levity won't hurt, you know what I mean? Man, that's a beautiful city. Really good camera work and everything showing it here. Wow. See, as you watch these people walking through this city, and the city is beautiful, it looks like they sort of maintain a lot of the traditional buildings and stuff. But you see these people walking through there, you can't just sit down and say, oh yeah, they're all evil, they're all mean, they're all vicious. You just can't. You just judge people by one sweep of a stroke, you know what I mean? It's like, boom, oh, they're all evil, you know, they're all vicious, they're all this, that, the other. People say that about black people all the time here. Oh, you see, that's what they are, that's how they are, and all of that. But people are different, and most people are good people. Circumstances create certain things. I've been through a lot of strange stuff in this country. It could make me angry and bitter. Choose not to be. We could choose not to be a certain way. You know what I'm saying? So we can't say that because the history has been this way that everybody now is that way. Because even under an oppressive government, we still gonna have an internal choice to be good people. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean that you're gonna show it, but on the inside it's there. When the opportunity is right, it'll come out. You know what I'm saying? It'll come out when the opportunity is right. It's kind of like adversity and stuff, and reacting not so stellar to adverse situations. That just comes out. I don't think anybody sits there and plan to do a whole lot of stuff. Some do, usually those in power. That's why they want the power, so they could do it. But you know, you see all these people walking the streets, the lights and all of that. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh my God, look at them, they're evil, they're vicious. Because then I'd be doing the same thing to them that was done to me and my people. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we have to look at it. That's how I look at it. I'm naive, don't get me wrong. Might be naivety, but my conscience is clear living like that. Wow. This reminds me of New York, actually. Look at all the old ruins and stuff that's there, you know what I mean? Despite all the wars and turmoil, still kept some of that alive. Wow. I haven't been to fireworks in a long time. Is that a porcupine? Just chilling out in the big city, huh? Wow, look at that sunset off that. There's a place, a bridge down here that's got some nice sunsets too. I don't know what it is about this scene right here. Made me think of Alexandria in Washington D.C. And I know they probably look different, but it's not so much the look of it; it's just the feel of it that I'm getting. That's what it reminds me of. It's beautiful. I like the time lapse there. That was a cool time lapse, boy. The coloring seemed to change a little bit there. It's a lot more cinematic. Man, this place is beautiful. Well, I wonder where this is. This is gorgeous. Oh, winter. Nice. Okay, I thoroughly enjoyed this, and I know, it was, this ain't history. There was historical buildings in there. You know, you get a side, you know, because think about it. When you visit there, if you're gonna walk around on your own without a guide, you're just walking around looking at stuff. You know what I mean? So that's the feel that this video is giving. I'm just walking around checking out Belgrade. You know what I'm saying? And thank you, Nikolai, for sending this to me. Thank you for messaging me too. You know what I mean? And giving me some vibes on the country and Belgrade and stuff like that. And I'm gonna watch videos like this because you know it's nice to see it, see the history. You know, I haven't gone there yet, you know, but to actually see the places where the history unfolded and in some of these countries and stuff like that. So yeah, I totally enjoyed this. I hope you guys enjoyed this with me too. And hey, I'll leave a link in the description for this video. I do believe he's got other videos on his channel, so you know, go ahead and check it out, you know, see what the vibe is there. You know, in the meantime, you all take care of each other, all right? Cool runnings.